Be riding my car down, down, uh, down Obi.
Yeah, that actually happened, and we'll get into that later in the video. So make sure you stick around. Alright guys, let's move on from the movie for a bit. Let's talk about Ronald McDonald. I've always thought that Ronald McDonald really fell off. Like, clowns don't have the best reputation nowadays. The only clown I know of is from that horror movie called It. And that's like a human-eating monster. Well, my suspicions of Ronald might have been right. Taking
You ever look at one of these Ronald McDonald benches and thought that there's just something off about it? There's a reason we don't see these anymore. Two men had just finished like a night on the town and were looking
Okay,
for
I'm
the
done.
late night snack, so they stopped by McDonald's. They sat outside and ate their food at the Ronald McDonald bench. Both
I'm
boys
keeping
noticed that the
quiet.
expression on this guy's face was really creepy, but also like they were intoxicated, so they didn't think too much of it. One of the men laid his head on the lap and looked up at Ronald and said, "I'm tired," kind of saying it like to his friend. Then the statue's head turned and looked down at him and said, "I'm tired too." We know this information because of the surveillance footage from that McDonald's that night. One of them instantly passed, and the other is still in a coma. And that's
Oh
why
my
McDonald's
gosh.
got rid of these things.
Oh my gosh,
That's not a
actually, guys.
realistic thing to think about. So maybe it was really just a coincidence. But it gets you thinking. If you want to see the surveillance footage, I can't show it to you.
Nah, but could you imagine how scary that must have been? Imagine
Whee!
someone asks you early if she wants a fire, and that statue just replies in a deep demonic voice. I would literally also just pack away on the spot. But rip to those guys. I wonder if that Ronald
Whee!
McDonald bench
Whee!
was actually a statue. He
Whee!
was actually a human sitting there the whole
Whee!
time. I guess we'll never get to take a whole look at from this. But guys, there's actually an
Imagine dying of it.
reason behind why Ronald
Imagine.
McDonald
Oh
is
my
so
gosh.
creepy. And it's something McDonald's has tried to
There's
cover
a
up
big knife
recently.
tray.
But I actually dug deep into the internet and found this clip of the original Ronald McDonald that used to look like he kidnaps kids. Take a look.
Did you know that Ronald McDonald used to be creepy? He used to have a tray for a hat and a soda cup for his nose, and a magic tray belt that could make infinite hamburgers. And he'd convince kids to talk to him and eat his food, even if their parents had told them to never talk to strangers. Watch this. Isn't that McDonald's hamburgers delicious?
Mom told me never to talk to strangers.
Ooh.
Always good. I'm Ronald McDonald. Give me a McDonald's tray. Here, I'll prove it. I'll give you 3 more hamburgers.
Bros trying to kidnap a kid.
Can't be strangers either.
You're no stranger. You really are on this stuff.
What?
But would you trust this version of Ronald McDonald? I mean, you know he does have infinite hamburgers, which is pretty yummy. But I can get over the fact
Oh
that
my
it looks
god.
like he could kidnap me at any moment. I guess that's why McDonald's can keep this out of work. Speaking of old things, there's actually this really scary
Yeah.
story about why the McDonald's showcase is a curse. There was an incident that happened back in 1992 where a kid just straight up vanished in a McDonald's play place. And you want to be what happened to him. Take a look.
I finally missed it at the McDonald's play place. I was playing hide and
Whee!
seek with my new friend Tyler. It was my turn to find him, and when I finished counting down and started looking for him, he was nowhere to be seen. I could have swore I checked everywhere. When I went back into the restaurant, I also didn't see him there. At that point, I assumed that he went home, but then I saw his mom outside, looking worried. But for some odd reason, she refused to call the cops. McDonald's still did so. Nothing was found, and no one reported seeing him leave the store. Like the last time he was seen, 25 years later, and I just got a bachelor's in hospitality management. I had a job lined up for me already at no other than my childhood McDonald's location as a manager. A lot has changed. On my first week, I was taking care of some paperwork in the restaurant, when all of a sudden... What was that? When I looked to the direction of the sound, a shadow was staring at me. I guess I found it.
Oh my god, that has to be
What?
some kind of cult. That place is 100% haunted. Like those raining sounds could not have been from a little kid. Right guys? But like, why would you ever go back to the haunted place when your childhood friend got kidnapped? That's like those people in horror movies.
Oh my
Into
gosh.
the haunted house just for fun. I always think they're so dumb. But guys, if you're brave enough to watch horror movies,
Whee! Whee! I was actually drifting.
You're just chilling on the ocean, and it looks super spooky. Imagine that, but like for our planet. Yeah, they actually built a McDonald's on a ship. Take a look.
Here is the world's creepiest McDonald's. It's called the McBarge, and it's in Vancouver, Canada. Hey, that's close to me. It debuted in 1986 for the World's Fair, and wow, look how nice it used to look. So the McPlan was thought to float the entire world, but interest in it fizzled out. It was just a Mc novelty. And the article said you could only reach it by boat. So that's really going to limit your custom intake.
Mm.
It's abandoned. It's been abandoned for 30 years. The current owners are putting $3 million into the barge, and they say the renovation should be done by the end of the year. But look, this article is 1 year old. That means that it should be renovated, right? If it was 1 year. And I know I could have looked
Oh my god.
like the idea of me.
I can actually do drifts, man.
So I'll go do some digging and research.
Guys.
Guys, imagine if you were out there and no boat could get you. You would just be like stuck. What a like stupid idea. And imagine if like some murderer comes up in the boat. Then you have no escape except for like jumping in the water. I hope you're good at swimming, guys. Alright guys, let's get back to the more scary stuff. You guys remember those haunted McDonald's restaurants
Wait.
that I talked about earlier? Well, I found a video of one of them. I don't know how, when, or where this was filmed, but apparently there were no people in this McDonald's. No customers, no employees, nothing. Except for this creepy thing that you gotta see. Take a look. What's with this sign on that window? Guys, look at the surveillance camera. Do you see that glowing orb? Yeah, that's a spirit orb. That means that it's haunted. Let's look a little closer at that window. Is that blood? It kind of looks like spray paint, I can't lie. Shut up.
Actually, wait.
Shout out to the Blue Ghost Hunters who recorded this video. Like, if I saw a ghost orb in the island outside, I'd just expect I was affected and I'd be sent home. So if y'all see this messed up sign on the McDonald's window, you know what to do. Run. What is it gonna do? When I was little, my favorite part of going to McDonald's was getting those small toys from the Happy Meals. Like, I would literally beg my mom to buy Happy Meals instead of normal meals just to
Oh.
get it.
Was I lying, guys?
But in this incident, McDonald's accidentally released
Wee. I wasn't lying. I wasn't lying when I said I had Roxy. Finish, finish, finish.
Everybody wanted, so she went to McDonald's for a Happy Meal, but the local that gave it to her, she really enjoyed it, and she got her Happy Meal, went home and opened her Happy Meal toy, which is a little doll with a white dress and blonde hair, okay? So she decided to put the doll on her dresser that was looking at her bed, and she went to sleep. And next day, she woke up feeling super weird, and she looked at the doll, and the doll was like, the face changed a little bit, like the doll actually had a dimple now when it didn't before. She just left it alone and didn't care, and then the next day, she actually woke up again feeling super sick this time. So she decided to stay home from school, but she looked at the doll again, and it looked like the doll's hair was actually getting a little bit darker. Even when her mom came in the room to check on her, she noticed that the doll looked really similar to her daughter. Like, she was really like, and it looked so similar.
Oh, stand up.
And the mom notices that the daughter never
this doll.
Wee.
Well, I mean, I'm about to turn into one. I really want to know how it ends then. I hope the mom doesn't throw it out or anything. I know this seriously hurts a little bit. But guys, do you think the local knew that this thing was haunted? Maybe the cashier was the devil in disguise. Speaking of the devil, this next incident is next level evil. If someone wanted to take the life of a bunch of kids, the best places to go would probably either be a bakery or a McDonald's. Let's actually happened, and the murderer turned into one of the most powerful evil killers I've ever heard of.
Yes.
Check it out. You guys remember hearing about McDonald's massacre? This took place back in July of 1984 in San Diego, California. Quick little rundown, this person, I wouldn't even say his age, just who cares, walked into McDonald's and in a span of 77 minutes unarmed 21 people. Most of them being children, the youngest being 4 months old. According to reports, before he left his home, he told his wife that he was going to go out and hunt humans. Now I think that's my story time. This story was submitted by Dana, and I had him tagged with them below. When Dana was younger, her and her family moved into an apartment located in San Diego, California. She later found out that it was actually the apartment that this person used to live in. She says that you could actually see the McDonald's right from her bedroom window because it was right down the road. So not long after moving into that apartment, Dana says that her little brother would wake up in the middle of the night, screaming at the top of his lungs, without having any memory of it the next day. They would also see a tall, dark shadow figure standing at the doorway, just staring at them when they slept. But that wasn't even the worst part. They actually had a doll that had become possessed by whatever was in this apartment. She said that she had a doll that looked like your average doll with the plastic mouth shut. One night she woke up to that doll standing there, just smiling at her. At one point the doll even stuck its gum in its mouth. Somehow Lena gathered up the courage and ran to her mom's room screaming for help.
If I die one more time. Actually, if I die one more time, guys. Okay, if I die one more time, I get to end the video. Because I'm tired of dying. I wasn't lying. Bye.